Good afternoon, guys. I am making a video here today showing off my 2016 Dodge Charger Pursuit 5.7 Hemi rear-wheel drive. I got this vehicle for a good deal, about $13K. It was originally listed at 15. I was able to negotiate a little bit and get it for 13. But the way how the condition of the vehicle is what I'm about to show y'all. It does have 105,000 miles on there, about almost 106. It's in all right condition. It has a clean title, has no issues. It does have that Hemi tick that comes from the engine though, which is a very common thing that comes from, you know, the 5.7 Hemis or any Hemi engine that you acquire. I hear a lot of people talking about the Hemi tick. I did acquire the 345 badge on there. I installed that myself. I'm gonna plan on getting the Hemi badge to put right under it, as long as the badge lines up with the edges of the 345. The tires came already when I bought the car. I'm not a big fan of the tires, especially the lug nuts, because they're really rusted out. And then also there is some wheel damage on there as well, or rim damage, as you see when they were hitting the curb, or however it could happen, usually from hitting the curb. This one, I don't think, it has a little bit right here. It's not too bad. All sides are the same rims though, but all the lug nuts are rusted out. They just look horrible. And then you have the standard Dodge emblem right there. As you see on the other one, this is my 2021 SXT green Charger that has about 70,000 miles on there. And it has these as well. I kind of like these better. I like the rims better. They're not Scat Pack or Hellcat rims, but they are black, and I like black rims a lot better than like silver or hubcaps or anything like that. Slapped an RT badge on there as well. Even if you have a 5.7 liter V8 engine and your Dodge Charger Pursuit, it's not considered an RT. But I did slap the badge on there because I am transitioning it into an RT light model. There are a lot of people that try to turn Pursuits into like even a Hellcat. They'll slap superchargers in there. I've seen videos of where people have done it, and the car turns out to be great. And then they do it as giveaways and stuff like that. So, you know, that's pretty cool. I don't know what the future plan for me is when I sell this car. Like, once I get done flipping it, if I'm gonna keep it, how many miles it's gonna have if someone buys it. If I do end up selling it, I'm gonna try to get it for a good price and then maybe invest into a Scat Pack later on. I don't know quite yet though. On the exterior, I changed the headlights. They had these stock headlights over there that are just kind of sitting on the ground, as you see. I'm not a big fan of them at all. But I did install these V-Land headlights. They're LED headlights. So basically, if you download this app, once you install these, you can change the daytime setting light to any color that you want, even at nighttime too, which is pretty cool. So you can do red, green, blue, yellow, any color that you want, as long as they're legal colors. I find that to be very cool. I got them for a good price. I got them for about $350 for both headlights. The only problem is that they didn't come with a bulb in them. You have to use either the stock bulb that you had in your previous headlight, or you have to go buy one at an automobile shop. Completely up to you. They can range pretty expensively though. They can go up to like $50. I did just grab the bulbs out of the stock headlights as well, and I just installed them in here. They are the amber version, so they shoot out the yellowish color, not the bright white color that I would like. But I am going to install some better, brighter bulbs in the future. Down here, the splash guard on the bottom, or however you want to call it, is kind of fucked up. And that's really on me though, because whenever I changed these headlights, I had to take the whole bumper off in order to get access to the headlights themselves. And then the splash guard screws that are like connected kind of fell apart to the bumper, and they broke off pretty much. And the splash guard was already pretty fucked up to begin with. Basically, like whoever had this car in the past, and I'm sure, you know, when it was a cop car, they did the same thing. Whenever they park in parking spots that have center blocks or anything that could fuck up the splash guard on the bottom, it's gonna scrape it and damage it real bad, and then you're gonna have to get the whole thing replaced. Splash guards could range only to about $100, so I'm gonna plan on getting that fixed. Right now, it just has a standard zip tie that's holding it off, which is very ghetto, but you know, that was my last option I could have done anyway. That's all pretty much on the exterior. As you see, since it was a Pursuit, it has these you know, these I guess they were for like antennas or something, I'm not too sure yet, but these black round things on top of the vehicle are very visible, and I just don't like it at all. And then it's also over here, whenever they used to have the the cop light or the spotlight that they used to point at vehicles whenever it was nighttime and stuff like that. That's still there. I've seen videos where they were able to just kind of scrape that off and then polish it and then wax it over into whatever color they wanted, or they end up getting the car wrapped to where it looks new again. I also got one right there as well. The exhaust on the back, besides this piece of plastic, which I'm gonna replace because I don't like that as well. The exhaust is a mid-muffler and resonator delete catback pretty much. It sounds very amazing. I will start it up in a minute to show y'all. I do like the exhaust. It's not too loud, but it does sound very aggressive like a muscle car would sound. So I do like that as well. Let's get into the interior real quick before I actually show y'all the hood. I did adjust some things inside the interior as well. So the first thing I did to this car is that I did get the dash changed. So this is just a cover. So the original cover for the dash is still there. And then I put this red cover on the outside, which is only about $80 on American Muscle or Amazon. I can't remember where I bought it off from. But this was like 20 bucks. And then this was like, I think $80, maybe a little bit cheaper. I can't really remember. But it does look very good on there. There's a random dog on the street. That distracted the hell out of me. So I did get that changed to kind of give a red outlook to where the vehicle would look a lot better. As you do know, in the Pursuits, the shifter is up here and not in the center because their electronic stuff, like their laptop and stuff like that, and their wires and all that was connected right here. So in a Pursuit, you're not gonna have the shifter down here. It's gonna be up here. I'm not sure if you could change that. I'm not really worried about that. I don't care about that. It is a little modern and obsolete because, you know, in my other Charger that I was driving, the shifter's down here, so I had to get used to it. And I haven't drove a vehicle with the shifter up here in forever, but again, not a big deal. The other thing that I have installed in this vehicle on the interior side is that I did get a Z Automotive Taser installed. So that basically gave me all the settings for like a Scat Pack or a Hellcat pretty much, to where you can have performance settings and stuff like that. So you get your 0 to 60 timers, you get your advanced settings to where you can get your horsepower and torque, intake, air, temp, all that stuff. And then you have your 0 to 60s down here, your fuel economy down here, 13.3 miles a gallon. Not super crazy, but you know, not that good either. So my airbag, my system airbag light is on because when I installed the Taser into the car, I put it on SRT mode. And when you put it on SRT mode, it does put the service airbag light on, and that's normal for the Taser whenever you have just a standard RT or 5.7 liter V8 engine inside a Charger. It does give you that issue to where the airbag light comes on, but it does not bother me at all. I have no problem with it. So you get all these settings on here pretty much just like how a Scat Pack or an SRT would, in the same font level as well, which I do fuck with the font when it comes to the speedometer and all the other shit. You know, back here, car's a little bit messy, but back here, as you see, you could tell that it used to be a standard, you know, police chaser. So if you look over here, the holes that the cage we're holding on to, same thing on this side as well, right there, you can see it. That's there. I'm gonna plan on fixing that up in the future. Kind of the shit is like, you know, loose a little bit. Again, I'm gonna try to do everything, whatever it takes, to get this car up and going again to where it's gonna be like a RT, because that's my goal. Showing y'all the hood real quick. So I did install two mods on here so far. So I did get a cold air intake done. This is the SR Performance cold air intake. It was like 150 bucks, I think. It's a cheap one. Not the best cold air intake I've had. I have problems with the air filter. Even though this is clamped very hard, the air filter likes to pop off sometimes or get loose, which is a big problem. So I am gonna get this replaced because it does bother me. You could be driving down the road and this air filter will just fall off and you won't even know it, and for like until you check under your hood again, and you can be sucking all dirt and grime and shit like that into the engine, and your engine can get fucked over time from it. Sure, I did tighten it down to where it hasn't been coming loose at all, but I know eventually it will come loose again. The other thing I installed, I did get a BBK 90mm throttle body installed on here. This is for futuristic performance that I'm gonna get done. Even though it is a wide throttle body, because the old or the stock one was 80 millimeters. This one's 90 millimeters. It's supposed to allow in more air and more throttle response. It's not too much of a crazy difference though, because I have not got this vehicle tuned yet, which is going to be my next goal to get done for this car, is to get this vehicle tuned. Either tuned or to get my headers done, which I'm going to get that next as well. I'm going to get long tube headers, BBK probably, long tube headers installed with a mid exhaust done as well, because since they're long tube headers, they extend out further and you have to get the whole mid exhaust rearranged, especially if you don't want to get your cats deleted on there. Still debating if I want to get my cats deleted or not. It would make it sound super fucking loud. However, it is illegal at that moment to not have cats on your shit. And then also your O2 sensors, if they don't have anything to go into, you will get an engine light that pops up, and I don't know if there's a way to clear it. I'm sure there is something in the ECU if you have someone change it, but again, for it to be street legal, it's not gonna be able to pass an inspection whenever I have to get it inspected. But anyway, point is, like, if I do get long tube headers, I have to get a whole mid exhaust system redone on there as well, because the cats basically go way up here to the shorties that are installed, because that's the stock version. And I would have to get that done, which costs like, you know, almost $2,000 to get done, so I have to save up on that. But besides that, that's the only thing I have installed mod wise into the car for now. Let me go ahead and start this car for you real quick, show y'all what it sounds like. It does sound good in my opinion. Let's go ahead. It's not too crazily loud. It is a cold start, however, so, you know, it's going to be louder than what it normally is, but it sounds amazing to me. I fucks with it, and it gives me no issues at all. The one problem I do have, though, is that especially on a cold start, whenever I take off, and especially if I do turns and I give it a little bit of throttle, there's a loud rattle sound that comes from, it sounds like it comes from the engine bay or the exhaust. It could be the heat shield. I don't know what it is, but I will show y'all in the video real quick of what the sound is, so that way y'all have an idea of what it could be. Maybe y'all have experienced it. Splash guard might drag right here. Yeah, so y'all hear that rattle? Like, that rattling has been, it's been only going the whole time since, like, whenever I start the car and I start to take off. Afterwards, it kind of just goes away, but it's every time pretty much when I start the car, it rattles. Yep, right there. Yeah, that rattling, that is something I need to figure out what it is. If y'all could tell me what it is, please leave a comment down below. Tell me something, because I want to get that fixed ASAP. Throttle right here. Runs good, has no issues. Whenever it comes to, like, you know, driving on the road, I mess with it a lot. I love it, especially with the performance settings and all that. It runs fantastic in my eyes. The new throttle body does add a little bit of a whistle sound whenever you give it, like, maybe between 1500 and 2000 RPM. After that, it goes away. The throttle response is very different, though, from the stock throttle body. I like it. It's more aggressive now. I should have made a video of me changing it, but this is my first video I'm making, so not gonna be the best, you know, when it comes to, like, making a video. But I want to definitely improve myself on making more automobile videos and shit like that, and then take y'all on an adventure of you know, flipping this car up and making it a lot better. I'm thinking about getting a speedometer gauge cluster changed as well. This is the speed model gauge cluster. So as you see right below the MPH gauge, it says MPH certified, and that's for all pursuits have that gauge reading. So I want to get that changed to the stock RT model one, because it looks better. It doesn't have all those lines to indicate or anything. It's just my personal opinion. I want to get that changed. I am going to take this alley down here real quick and then show y'all what it sounds like with the windows down. also going to try to get paddle shifters installed as well, because this thing without paddle shifters kind of sucks. Like, I'm controlling the shifts with those two buttons right there. I need to get that definitely different on there for sure. First gear. Oh man, that sounds amazing. I can't believe that's the exhaust I got, and it's not even straight pipe technically. It does have again, no resonator, no mid muffler on there. It only has the cats on there, so however y'all call it, that shit sounds amazing in my fucking eyes. All right, guys, so I'm gonna pull up to the gym here because my main goal was to come to the gym today, but I wanted to make this quick video on pretty much the car that I got right now and what I'm working with, and how I'm gonna transition it. So far, you know, you already seen all the mods that I've installed on there. Not really much, it's only a few things, and when it comes to interior and exterior wise, but again, there's lots of more to come to this car whenever I get my mods installed, and I can't wait to invest into what this car can become, because I've seen people turn like a 2015 Dodge Charger Pursuit into basically a fucking Hellcat, and it sounds fucking amazing. I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Again, this is my first video. If you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment on anything that y'all believe that I can be able to improve on when it comes to this car. Like, for example, that noise, whatever that noise is coming from, let me know what that noise is. Any small deficiencies y'all see, let me know, because I am kind of new into the car industry and I want to be able to improve on it. Let me know, guys. I hope y'all have a great time. Again, leave a like, subscribe, comment on the video. There's more to come in the future. Y'all have a great day.